Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of 3 Degens and Normie, where we force our friend to watch anime and talk about it, among other things. I'm Steven, and these are my friends.
Jordan.
Eugene.
And Candace.
Candace is the Normie, at least for now. So today we will be talking about Ouran High School Host Club, and we'll be revisiting the next couple episodes of Fena Pirate Princess, as well as another new episode, well, quote-unquote new episode of Psychopaths. So if you care about spoilers, yeah, don't listen to this. Go watch those episodes first. Specifically, it's the first episode of Ouran, episodes 3 and 4 of Fena Pirate Princess, and episode 3 of Psychopaths. And I guess we'll hop into it. Jordan, I think you want to talk a little bit about, or you always want to talk about Ouran High School Host Club, so we'll probably just move.
Right.
That's
I haven't watched it in a while, alright? It's not fresh. So, for anyone who doesn't know what Ouran High School Host Club is, you're either young or don't watch anime, so I'll give you a synopsis. Ouran Academy is an elite upper school catering to the ultra-rich. Haruhi Fujioka, words hard, is a middle-class scholarship student, a rarity at the school. While searching for a quiet place to study, she stumbles upon an unused music room, which turns out to be the club room for the Ouran Host Club, a group of idle rich boys possessing exceptional good looks who entertain female characters. After accidentally knocking over a priceless Renaissance vase that's worth far more than Haruhi can possibly repay, she is forced to join the host club as an errand boy to work off her debt. Soon after, however, Haruhi proves to be a natural host and is promoted to full status as a host club or an Ouran High School Host Club host. Basically, she has to hang out with these rich boys. At first, they don't realize she's a girl, and then they figure it out, but they pretend she's a guy so that she can work as a host to pay off her debt.
that synopsis is basically just episode.
That's episode 1.
Yeah.
It's just like
I looked
okay, well,
for
there.
so many, and all of them were like super, super long, or just like, there is host club. She is poor, now she owes them.
Yep.
Hey,
A lot of
that's
money.
the whole episode.
Yeah.
There you
Next
go.
one.
Well, let's move on to Fena Pirate Princess.
We're done.
Okay.
Well, this one is a classic, so what were your thoughts, Candace?
I kind of liked it. I was very confused. I just
That's-
had no idea what the heck a host club was. Like, why? Like, what is going on?
So I guess Eugene, do you wanna touch on what a host club would be?
Meh.
Okay, fine.
Nice try.
Thanks for that's just
Yeah, help me out here, guys.
when you take drama class, you do they're called like theater sports sometimes, which is
Oh.
like when you do like improv, just like as a competition. And there's a classic game called Yes and the first team
We don't
to
play
lose,
that here.
the first team to lose is the team that can't start their next sentence with yes and, like they started with no, because no in improv leads you nowhere. That being said, your no led me to this story, so I guess that's not how that works.
Good thing this is an improv.
What
Turns
is
out
that?
life is
No.
subjective.
What
Who would have
is
thought?
that?
I also never took drama class, so like I didn't know that was a game or a sport thing.
Now
You
you
know.
know. Now you know.
I'm learning so
Now
much
you know.
today.
Yeah, so a host club in this situation, or at least like hosting in general, is basically like everyone in that club is gonna put on like a sort of nice event or have an event space where people will come over. In this case, it's girls because they're like cute guys, basically. It'd basically like if there was a club at our high school of just all of the most attractive guys. The only problem is that like at our high school, it's not exactly like there's not exactly like a good lineup of attractive guys and like guys who have good manners.
That's true.
That's the tough part,
That's why
Right.
it's fantasy.
Also,
That's
like
why
in
fantasy and Ultima is a rich school. It's a rich
Yeah.
school,
yeah,
right?
but like
Sure.
in the real world, it's kind of like it would be like a nightclub where people are serving you and
Yeah.
doing the same thing. Yeah.
So it's
I
not
don't know if
just
you
a
have to
boys'
pay for it.
school. It's like
It's a boys and girls, yeah.
okay. I was just wondering because like they were wearing dresses, but then the guys were wearing the fancy like suit thing, and they were talking about their uniform.
Those are like
Like
the
what?
female and male uniforms
The female
Okay.
uniforms, yeah.
for the
Well,
same
just
school.
because like when they were giving, I don't know their name, the girl.
Haruhi.
Yeah, the uniform. They're like, oh, you need the uniform. And I was like, what? Is it just the purple thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
They-
that thing that all the guys are wearing is like the male uniform at the school. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of one of the point was they're like, oh, you're so poor, you can't even afford the uniform here. That's why she's
Yeah.
in like grubby clothes,
Yes.
right? Well, normal clothes, not really
Yeah, I was gonna
grubby.
say, I'm pretty sure I wear that outfit. A sweater and pants.
They seemed really fascinated with the instant coffee, though.
Yeah, I love that.
The poor
Yes, that's
people
a good
coffee.
scene.
That's a good one.
Did-
I
will
changed my
drink
respect
this.
for instant coffee when I was younger. When I first watched it, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is actually legit."
I've
It's-
never had instant coffee. I don't.
Neither
Really?
have
I
I.
also.
I don't like coffee, so like.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
why would you want
there you
instant
go.
coffee?
Yeah.
My
difference.
grandparents would always have instant coffee, and I think my parents had it too a little bit when I was younger, but then when they got like an actual coffee pot because it was like $10 a Canadian Tire. So am I allowed to say Canadian Tire?
Why not
Is
then?
that
They know we're in
Uh,
Canada. Oh no.
It's free brand placement. I'll just cut it out.
Tire place.
maybe they'll give us more triangle points if we mention.
Oh yes, there we go.
They'll pay us in Canadian
Just
Tire
what I
money.
need.
Well,
Oh,
also
boy.
works at that one clothing store that's owned by a guy named Mark who likes
Oh yeah.
to
Yeah,
work.
let's leave it there.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, boy.
looking back at the episode, who is your favorite character so far? Who did you think was like funny or whatever?
I kind of like them all because they all had their own things going on. The twins were a little
It's
odd.
true.
I don't know.
Like
what
that one
was
scene where they get
about.
all up in each other's face.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, brotherly love. Yeah. Okay.
It's just a little bit.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, you can pay for the vase with your body or something. I was like,
Oh yeah.
what? And then are you
a-
gay? And goes through all the types of guys. It's like, or do you want to try me? Like,
I mean,
what?
acceptance.
Yeah, I mean, this is like when did Ouran come
Yeah,
out?
I just didn't. I
Let me
didn't
take a
know.
look. Maybe
I
Jordan
still
knows
don't
off
know where
top
the
of
show
her
is
head.
I
going. I'm
don't
so
know.
confused.
It's a comedy, so it's kind of just that energy most of the
2006.
time.
Hey, let's go! Bang, bang, bang!
Wow.
It was
This is
good, though.
older
I
than
liked it.
I thought.
Yeah, for 2006, that's a
Yeah,
pretty
it holds
forward
up.
thinking. It's pretty good. Although I mean, I guess it's because it's like
I just don't think I expected them to ask, oh, are you gay? Like,
it's very.
who just
yeah.
asked?
I mean, I think
No
part of
filter.
that's like the
No.
like they're rich and they're dealing with like a poor person who's not in their like sphere, right? So like
Yeah.
it's almost like a wild animal to them, you know?
Well, to that one
I
girl,
mean, I guess
basically,
so.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
Yeah,
kidding.
literally. The princess, what was her name? Anya Koju.
Yeah,
Ayana
she doesn't
Koji.
matter. It's okay.
She's rude
She was a
anyway.
pivotal storyline point in the first episode.
True.
I don't know. I think like for me the biggest thing is when they had in that whole first scene when there's the vase and they have the arrow
I
pointing
love
at it.
Oh,
it.
it's so
Looking
funny.
at it, like I
Yeah.
remember the first time watching it being so confused. Like, I was
yeah.
like, what's going on with this?
In my notes, I wrote down vase with arrow, question mark. I was like, why is there an arrow
Yeah.
that keeps blinking? Like, is it built into the display or are they just trying to get me to look at it? Like,
Yeah, no. So that's the thing. Something they do in the show, like a decent amount of time, is like instead of like trying to like hint at stuff, like they
They're
just
literally, like-
it's just blatant. Look at this thing, and because the plot doesn't matter as much as like the overall like idiocy of every
Yeah.
person in the show.
I did like that though.
I also I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
don't really miss anything.
I don't know if you caught on. So like it's looking back, it's obvious, but I have seen Ouran a lot of times, and I didn't pick up on the light bulb thing until like the third time I watched
Wait,
it.
really?
Yeah, I was
I
like,
did not
what are these-
understand what was going on.
every time a light bulb lights up, it's when one of them realizes she's a girl.
Yeah. Which is why there was one
Oh.
point where two of them lit. Like,
Yeah,
lit up,
because
like,
when
yeah,
the twins find out,
yeah.
they're like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm like that went over my head for like 3 watches, and then I was like, oh, what?
I honestly forgot that existed.
Right?
I was like, why? Like, where did the light bulbs come from?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? What is the point?
I think it's something easy to just like forget about when you're watching the episode. You're like, okay, that was weird, whatever. So that's why
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on it. I was like, okay.
But then when you reflect on it, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
well.
I mean, I really should have
Clever.
clued in when, like, the last light bulb was flashing and then the dude was having, like, a meltdown.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why did you show me a light?
Yeah, that's a good one. I definitely think
there's-
if we don't, we have to eventually get you to watch this whole one because
it's good.
It's
I
fun.
wouldn't hate
it's a
that
really
because
good
I thought the
Yeah.
first episode was kind of funny.
I think we put it after Psychopaths. That's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
we have a lot of like
Screw Psychopaths.
Like both
Yeah,
of the
just drop
ones.
Psychopaths.
I mean, Psychopaths and Fena are both like more of a serious tone, so it would be fun to like
Well,
put more
it's-
comedy in there too.
I think the funny thing is that like the transition between the three actually worked pretty well because
Yeah.
like Fena ended up being like before we
Middle
get there,
ground.
Fena ended up being like dramatic but with some comedy mixed in there.
Mhm.
Whereas like Psychopaths does not have a lot of comedy in there. It's pretty serious.
Yeah, the stuff that's funny is like kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like,
It's more like dry wit.
yeah, exactly.
Rather than like someone gets bonked on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, right off the bat, though, I think that the High School Host Club, that's what it's called, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it better right off the bat than Psychopaths, I gotta say.
It has good
It
vibes.
has a very
Yeah.
nice opening.
It's-
The
it's-
setup
it's
is
honestly
It's
really
not
good.
con-
Yeah.
It's not as confusing. It's like, okay, this is kind of weird, but they're high school boys being
High school
weird,
boys.
like being high school boys. So
Yeah,
like,
it's like a
Yeah.
comedy. It's easier to watch
Yeah.
than like
Yeah.
Psychopaths is giving you hints like slowly over the entire series
Yeah.
about what's happening, so it's much harder to digest.
Is there any
Yeah, it's
hints
something
that are
you have
going
to
right
really-
over my head?
yeah, you have to like really watch Psychopaths, and Ouran you can like passively watch and be like, huh.
Yeah, Ouran you can almost chuck on like while you're cooking or eating or something like that. It's just like it's a good time.
Jordan's
some
like, I've
background.
done that.
More
It's
than
background
once.
noise, yeah.
I do that a lot. I've done that with The
Right.
Office. I don't know how many times.
Well, now you have something new to do it with.
There you
That
go.
is true, but I feel like I
It
need to
is
pay attention
also
to that
dubbed,
one. The
and
Office,
honestly,
I've seen
the
so many
Ouran
times that I
dub
don't
Oh,
care.
it's
kinda
pretty
slaps.
good. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
good.
actually very good.
It's one of the
It's one
dubs
of-
that
it's
I've
one of the-
watched
it's one of the
through and
best
through,
dubs
and I'm
that are
so
actually,
happy
like-
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very rare that I'm okay with the dub, but the Ouran dub is
Yeah.
legit.
The dub is where they put the
But
the voices
English voices
in
in,
English,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, English voice. Yeah, the first anime I ever watched, I watched dubbed.
Which Vandred?
Ventured, yeah.
Is that actually your first?
I watched it was like a 360 pixel YouTube
Oh, the
Good
good old
times.
days.
dub
Ooh.
of Vandred. Yeah, it was a good. Oh yeah, I mean that's what we had,
Yeah.
Yikes.
Back in my day,
In the
you could only
trenches.
watch ripped versions off a live wire.
No, my brother gave me my first anime on a DVD. It was all burned and everything.
Wow, that's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
People pass it around stuff on flash
Like
drives.
mixtapes.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to buy my anime?
I got episodes 3 through 7 of Ouran, 1 through 4 of. It's like you have to collect a bunch of different
Yeah.
mixtapes from different people.
Oh boy.
It's like a treasure map. Collect all 5 pieces of Exodia, and you get to watch the whole season.
Or one episode if you're on YouTube.
God, right? Like those 5-minute clips on.
Oh
YouTube.
yeah,
I
part
know.
1 of 5.
Yeah, part 1
And then
of
you
know.
can't find 3. You're like, what
And you're
the?
like, just look up the synopsis of the episode to fill in the gap of the thing you missed.
One
Yeah.
of them's
Okay, go
randomly
ahead.
region locked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Uh,
get a VPN so you can watch it in Switzerland, where you can. Can't. Like, what the fuck? You
Well, I've watched other shows, just not anime, on YouTube, and I've had to do the 1 through 6 parts. But then
yeah.
also,
Yeah.
the actual show is in a way smaller box, in the screen.
Oh,
And then it's got,
yeah.
crazy
So
patterns
much,
around
yeah.
it. So you're, sitting there trying to watch it,
yeah. The aspect ratio is all
Or the
fucked
voice,
up.
Yeah.
like the sound is slightly off.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
they speed it up by 1.1
Yeah.
times so they don't get hit
Copyright.
by.
Yeah, and
copyright.
when they pitch up or down the voices.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
like you're
hate
just
that.
watching like a Nightcore version of a show.
And I can't
But
remember
look at
what I
this.
was trying to watch, but I was watching it, and then later on, I saw the legit version, and I found out that they in the ripped off copy, they flipped it. But then watching the actual version, I
It
was
was
like,
all
"This is
backwards.
not right."
Oh.
Oh, like they revert. Oh, like they
Yeah.
mirrored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like. Okay, this is a really weird reference, but have any of you ever played Lego Racers before?
I have
No.
not.
It was like an old kart style, like Mario Kart kind of style game, but it was all based off of Lego, right? And they had different speed races and stuff like that, but the hardest mode was a mirror mode.
Oh god, they have
Where-
that in
Oh, do
Mario
they change
Kart
your
now.
controls left and right?
No, they just flipped everything left and right.
Yeah.
And I know they have that in Mario Kart now, but they had this in Lego Racers, and this game
Ahead
came
of its
out,
time.
Lego Racers came out in 1999.
Wow.
Oh shit.
So So they had this mirror mode, and it screwed me up. And speaking of ripped games, I got that game on a ripped CD from our English teacher in high school.
What?
I'm not gonna say names, but
like grade 12 English teacher.
Like grade, it usually teaches grade 10 and 12.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because I was at his house, and I was playing it with his son because we were friends back in the day, and he gave me it just looks like those stacks of DVDs you can get at Walmart.
Yeah,
it's just one of those. It just has Lego racers in Sharpie, and it worked. I was like, I don't even know how you did this, but sure.
How do you burn a game?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. We had the technology for
just
that.
on discs.
If it was on a CD, it was a lot easier.
Yeah.
There was ways to break the
I feel
system.
like
When it's like a
say,
Switch
I wanna
cartridge,
say-
it's much
Yeah.
I want to say they probably got it on it feels like a cereal box game, but at the same time,
cereal
I
box
think they
game.
might have got it from the
I still have
Scholastic book
dogs.
fairs.
The dog's cereal box game.
The dogs cereal
Yeah.
box.
No.
I
Okay.
don't know that one.
Freddy
don't
Fish
know
was
either.
elite, and the
Oh,
True,
Freddy
yeah.
Fish. Oh, Freddy Fish.
Spy Fox, anybody?
Dude,
No.
best. Oh, Spy Fox, Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam, all those amazing.
You can buy them on Steam, and I got so excited. But then I
Okay.
got really sad because I have a Mac, and it's not going to work that great.
Now, that being said, though,
Yeah.
best thing I ever got in a cereal box, I got freaking Roller Coaster Tycoon in a cereal
Oh,
box.
Yes,
yeah.
me too.
That
Me
was
too.
It was
score.
game changer.
Yeah.
What
It
a
was game changer.
score.
Oh.
What a game changer.
I feel like I
my
grew up on Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Roller
I
Coaster
miss
Tycoon.
playing
The
that.
OG Roller Coaster Tycoon. The new ones, screw them. They all suck. But OG Roller Coaster Tycoon. Oh, what a game. All
I
those
got
early sim
the
games
new
where it's
Zoo
like
Tycoon,
Zoo
which is like
Tycoon,
not
Hospital
quite
Tycoon.
as bad.
Tycoon. Wait, the
Adam
the
started playing
Xbox
the new one.
Pass
He's like,
one
"This
that
is
sucks.
Yeah. It doesn't I don't know. I'm kind of iffy
The
on it. It's
original one
kind of
was really
cool because
good.
it looks more realistic, which I like looking at the animals, but
It's not like Zoo Tycoon 2 is the best. It's the best one. I don't know. I have all the expansions. I played the shit out of that as a child. I have them in my room. They're still here.
I mean, yeah, the tough thing is I always feel like as much as I like those games, I was incredibly bad at them.
Oh,
so was
same.
I.
Absolutely.
People were constantly
I was
dying.
so bad at roller. I could beat the first
I
couple
used to kill
levels
people
of
on
Roller Coaster
purpose.
Tycoon. Oh,
I didn't even know
what the
there
best
were
thing to do in
levels.
the
What are you
OG?
talking about levels?
Oh, yeah, there are
Yeah,
What?
like, with
Me and my sister
challenges
just
and
tortured
stuff.
people on roller coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing to do was actually in OG Roller Coaster Tycoon. You know how you can buy up new land?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What I would do is I would buy up a small patch of land that wasn't connected to the rest of the park.
Oh,
my
oh,
God.
you're
Then
such an
I
evil
would make-
person.
I would do three. I would have a couple of things. I would have just one of those slides, the basic slides.
Yeah.
I would have a drink spot, and I would have a bathroom. The drinks were free. The bathroom was $20.
Oh my
So
god.
whenever someone was upset, I had an upset person, I would put them in that secluded area. The slide was free, so it would make them kind of happy, and then they'd buy a drink for free. Wow! And then all they'd go to the bathroom, $20. $20.
Easy
Same
money.
thing is that if you look at the forecast and because it shows a forecast in the game,
Yeah.
and you see it's about to rain, you go to that kiosk and you put the price of umbrellas up to max price because everyone's gonna buy an umbrella no matter what.
You're
Yeah.
evil.
That's where I made all my money. Made all my money off of those umbrellas.
Capitalism.
Yeah,
You're
those are good
mad?
times.
Enjoy the free slide. $20 to pee though.
$20 to pee. You can't leave because there's no exit to the
Yeah.
park in this area.
There's no food. You
Or
can
you
only
just-
drink.
Drop someone, or you can just drop someone in some water and then
Yeah.
wait for them to almost drown, pick them up again, put them back in. I used to, you know how all the decorations and stuff. One of the decorations you could do is you could put a chess set, like a life-size chess set down. I used to make life-size chess sets with a fence around it, with one missing pawn, and then the most upset person in the park, I'd put them in there and make them be the last pawn in the chess set.
That's
We're
so
learning a
rude.
lot
What
about
the
you
hell?
Look, no,
Steven
I
is
was
a cruel god.
Okay.
He tortures his people.
Never give him that much
That's
power.
what they get for not. Okay, they were complaining about
He
oh,
deserved
this.
it.
They were like, this park isn't clean enough, and I'm like, I have a bajillion janitors. I have so many janitors. What do you want me to do? So if they complain that much, I'd be like, hey, put them in the chess set.
It's not clean enough for you? You're a pawn
Let's
now.
never
I didn't
let
kill
Steven start a
anyone.
business.
I thought you definitely flung people into other parks, right?
I mean, I killed people, but not that way.
I didn't kill anyone.
Vindictively. No. I only killed people for like I wouldn't put all the evil people in one area and then kill them all. No, what I would do
I
is
used to
you know
throw them
those
into the
you know those
wolf
okay,
pit
so you know
for
the
sure.
you know the tube, the inner tube, like water slide.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think I do.
Yeah, it's one of the rides. It's one of the rides you could go on, like they go on a little tube and they go. It's like a water slide thing, right? But one of the things with that is that if you don't put on the corners, if you don't put like a
Around
top
it.
thing,
Oh, yeah.
they'll like go around a corner quickly and they'll like go up the edge and just freaking fall out.
Oh my god.
So sometimes I'd like leave a corner open
Just see
to
what
see.
happens.
Just so
Just
you
see what
know.
happens.
Oh
Just to
boy.
see.
Well, do
It's
you
a good
want
time.
to transition
Yeah,
to
shall
the
we
school?
move
All
on?
right. Let's roll the song.
Let's go.
The School of Learning Basic Anime, things that literally everyone should know by now.
Degens.
Okay.
Oh, right, we can't hear it. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Still working that part out. So,
I mean, just like
one day you
and
guys will
one,
hear it.
2, 3, 4,
I
5.
was like, this is a long countdown.
This is a long countdown. What the hell's happening?
Okay, so
My
this
thing was
week
lagging,
we are
so I couldn't
talking
even see the
about the
countdown.
harem genre.
Oh.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, no, you're lagging like high health to me, Candace,
That
right
is
now.
one thing I'm like, it's nice to have totally random, have our voices separate, like for Eugene to have, but like, this is so laggy. When we were listening to it back afterwards, I was like, oh my gosh, like, we're all in different dimensions. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Such is life. All right.
All right,
Back
back
to
to
on.
the thing. So this week
to
we
everything.
have the harem genre, which is a media originating in Japan where a protagonist is surrounded by 3 or more love interests or sexual partners.
Woo!
Oh shit.
And we also have today specifically the reverse harem, where typically it's a male surrounded by women, but now we have a woman surrounded by men.
Oh, so many options. Good for her.
Oh.
Slay.
It's about time.
This is a very progressive podcast, so we decided to
Right?
go with reverse harem for that reason.
Oh, I'm so
Because
happy.
we wanted an excuse to watch Ouran.
To watch,
so,
yeah,
Pretty much,
that's
yeah.
basically
I'm
it.
glad that we went with that excuse. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not. I don't know how many like regular harems there are that
That are good.
are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that show, like,
All the characters in the
characters
harem right
right
off the
away.
bat,
Mhm.
basically.
Like, I feel like the good romances that involve many characters are usually triangles at most.
Yeah, at most a triangle, and that's so boring. Who wants a love triangle?
Wait,
Like if it's a romance and it's just a triangle, it's like, come on. Like if it's a drama or like there's an action and there's a love triangle that's part of the story, then that's fine. But if it's just romance and it's just a love triangle, it's like, come on. Like there's got to be something
I
more
don't
going
know,
on.
it's kind of like, a lot of them, I don't know, don't feel great, like love triangle ones, you know? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
one guy has to either, like, you know, one guy or girl is left sad and like whatever, blah blah blah, or like
Mhm.
has to end up being a bad guy. I'm like, love triangles
Yeah,
just kind of make
that's
me
the thing.
sad. I'm like,
like
Yeah,
Twilight.
with love triangles, they always have to. They always
Right?
have to write one of the characters who was likable at some point, because otherwise it
Mhm.
wouldn't be in a love triangle.
yeah,
To be crappy.
Yeah.
And that's sad because you don't like to have someone be bad just so this other person can be not bad.
or just like
poor Jacob.
left out and sad and alone.
Who?
Yeah,
Jacob from Twilight.
don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah,
The love triangle.
I mean, he's fine now. You know, he adopted a child into his life.
But what?
Oh.
Who adopted a
Yikes.
child?
I was trying not to call him a pedophile, but you know, it's fine.
Who?
Wait,
What?
who?
Jacob! Because he
in the
imprinted on a
movie.
baby!
I was talking about that. I don't know why, but I thought you were talking about
I
the
would
show
like to
still
point
that
out
we
that
just
I know
watched. I was like,
absolutely
what?
nothing.
Someone
Yeah,
adopted
I
a
know
child?
absolutely
this one.
nothing.
I
I know
nothing on
nothing about
Twilight.
Twilight.
Me and
Other
Steven
than the
are
fact
in
that
the
there are
dark.
vampires
How you know
and
nothing?
Yeah,
I know there's
okay, so
There's
vampires.
Team
I know
Jacob and
there's
Team
Bella.
Edward. That's it.
I know
What?
that Taylor Lautner is known for this show, but should be known as Shark Boy.
He really
Yes,
is
no,
Shark
he
Boy.
is.
Shark
He
Boy in
is
Lava
Shark
Girl
Boy,
is,
okay?
is a defining cinematic masterpiece.
It is. It
That was
really
his
is.
opus.
I
His
mean,
magnum
Taylor
opus.
Lautner and George Lopez in the same movie.
That
Life
is.
changing. So we're gonna branch out and
Oh,
watch the
George
Twilight
Lopez.
series, so these two can.
That's up next. Okay, we actually need you guys to watch the Twilight
Seriously.
series, okay?
The first one is so
That's
bad.
for the
I
Patreon.
love the 2 Breaking
we'll do
Dawn.
a react
That's a
podcast
Patreon
to the
special.
Twilight series on
$10
I don't
Patreon.
care
the
if it's for
$10
the
Patreon
podcast. You guys
subscriber.
can't live your life not watching
No,
Twilight.
it's got to be for
okay?
content. I don't think I'd watch Twilight if it wasn't for content.
Hey, come on, bonding experience. Breaking Dawns
Yeah,
are the best ones
we're-
out of the series. They finally made Kristen
True.
Stewart look so pretty in them, And like in the first one, she's just like cringy and awkward.
I mean, in most of them, she's just
Hey.
cringy and awkward. But
That's the thing I found out is that like Kristen Stewart had this terrible reputation from all these Twilight movies, but then like she's actually pretty good. Like I
yeah,
watched a
seen
couple
some
some
other
other
ones.
things. Yeah, I've watched other things. And it's almost just like in Twilight they directed her to just be bad
Could
at
be.
acting.
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
just be as awkward as you can.
Yeah, it's
But see,
sounds like a job I could do.
we're forcing Candace to watch anime, so you guys have to watch cringy.
Okay, yeah, but that's still something you like, Jordan.
Yeah.
So
Me and
Okay,
Steven
well, I'll
trying to
watch
not watch
I'll-
Twilight.
I don't like. What do you guys
Everything
want me
we
to
can.
watch? Name it. Let's go.
I feel like you'd like almost anything we would want you to watch.
Why don't we try and find something that Jordan won't like?
That
Good luck.
me, you, and Candace all like.
Yeah, that's actually tough.
How do we do that? That's impossible. We can do it. Eugene, we can like watch we can make them watch Amadeus, the movie about Mozart.
Hey.
But
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. I
I
mean, like,
actually love documentaries, so
It's a
Try
it's a
again.
half documentary. It's like half true. The other half is kind
that's
of
even
like
better. I love
it's
dramatic, over dramatized
dramatized.
documentaries.
All right. Anyways, that was a giant segue. Let's move on here.
Oh, we have to
Um,
move on to like talk
Yeah.
about our other
ah,
We
shows.
really do.
we got time. It's only
No, Candace just messaged and said she has to
Yeah.
leave soon.
oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually,
We got
all
some
right.
from
Let's
this.
let's hit this.
All right. Let's keep going. Fena Pirate Princess / Psychopaths. Fena Pirate
Someone is
Princess.
rushing me.
Cute dog.
New episodes. What do you think, Candace?
Oh my god, I love the dog so much. The dog is the best. I love
so
it.
freaking cute.
I finally figured out that they're not
What
siblings
about
too, so that's good.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say right now actually, one thing that I was shocked by is that that blonde dude who I thought or was thinking it might still be Fena's older brother.
I thought
Oh,
so
like
too.
the creeper guy?
Yeah,
He
I
seems
thought they were
creepy.
siblings.
Yeah.
He seems really creepy.
Yeah, the creepy
Well, like
hands
the way
with
he moved his
painting?
fingers. Yeah, like ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It was like bent back. It looked like I
It's
don't
criminal. Those fingers are criminal.
like that. Like you thought the robot hand was bad, but that was
It looked
much
like he was
worse
trying to grab like a clump of the face of the painting.
of the painting.
I did
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
that.
He's making a tribute to the
Yeah.
painting.
Ugh.
I also did not know that their ship was a submarine. Like,
Thank
That
you.
blew my
Thank you.
mind.
I'm glad I'm not the only
They
one who
showed
didn't
that
realize there was a
last
So we
submarine.
were
episode.
watching the last episode. I was like, "Wow, they got
Literally.
submarines out here," and you guys just
remember
ignored
that.
me.
Look, I am not the most
It's also
observant
in
person
the
in the world.
opening. Like
Is it in
okay,
the
well, we
I'm
kind
pretty
of skipped
sure
through
it's
the
in the
opening
opening.
stuff, so like,
we watched
Look,
it.
I've watched
Blur.
22 episodes of Giant Killing in the last day and a half. My mind is not
it's
in a
half
good
melted.
place.
Mm.
Also, I like the twins.
Honestly, yeah,
With
they're
the
funny.
paper
Oh, the twins are
detective
so
sexy.
they're so funny and
Oh,
badass.
that's
Oh, that
so-
was so
every
hilarious.
good.
they back and forth where they say the word and then
It gets
Kept it
worse
a
and
like
worse.
it's an eternal game of telephone.
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
gosh, so
great.
We just
good.
try to make it as bad as possible.
Yeah, but like, where did they
Ugh.
get the paper detective sexy from? What do those?
I don't
What
even.
does that have to do with
I
each
think-
other?
I think it might have been a weird play on words of the pronunciation
yeah,
of the other
we
show.
don't
Yeah, in
get.
Japanese, which we
Yeah.
wouldn't
Oh, okay.
have known.
So
But
to us,
yeah.
it doesn't sound like it's like
yeah,
Yeah,
related.
okay.
But
I was
maybe
looking
which
for,
is
like,
something
what?
that, by the way, will probably happen more in the future, where we're watching an anime where there's a play on words that happens. That is like an idiom or like a play
Yeah.
on words in
Mhm.
Japanese, but it's not in English.
You're like,
So it'll be
"What?"
the like. So unless they give like, usually they'll have like a footnote that'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, like this means
or
this,
they'll replace
But,
the
like,
idiom with like an
something.
equivalent.
one that makes sense for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, I'm surprised they did it because Crunchyroll feels like they would
They probably.
have a translation.
I feel like they usually do that more in dubbed rather than in subbed.
I guess that's fair.
You know what I mean?
You could always look up like how to say paper detective sexy in Japanese. let me do that right now.
Oh.
English to Japanese.
You know,
'Cause that's definitely going to give me a solid.
Listen to the translation and try and copy it exactly.
Paper detective sexy.
so on another note, while you're looking that up,
Kamitante sexy.
what?
What?
I'm pretty sure that's that's how you say.
Wait, one more
Paper
time.
detect-
One more time.
Kamitante sexy. It's sexy. Instead of sexy, it's sexy.
I appreciated that. Thank you.
Yes.
Everything makes
10
sense
out of
now.
10.
Yeah.
What was the other one they said before Paper
I don't
Detective Sexy? Because
remember.
I think it was
would've
more
probably been the-
gibberish.
I think they're
wasn't
pretty much saying like best twins ever because she got excited. They got excited after she said that or something.
And then they started playing on that.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and see.
How do you say? I'm gonna look up coolest twins.
We have a Japanese
Coolest
lesson with Steven.
twins
Yeah, this is
ever.
going great.
これまでで最も黒のフータが
Yes.
That's
Good enough.
Were those all different ones or just one way of saying it?
Yeah.
that's all. That's one way of saying coolest twins ever.
Oh.
I like how you put your like imitation of an English Japanese accent on your Japanese.
I'm just copying how because when you do the Google Translate, you can click on the little speaker and
And
they'll
it
say
says
it.
it.
Yeah.
So I just copy what they say.
Oh boy.
I'm sure that's very accurate.
Oh yes.
It's, in
Honestly.
Accurate.
Japan, they'd be like, "Why is this guy saying coolest twins ever?"
For all the Japanese viewers.
Yeah, all of our gotta check those statistics, see how many viewers we have in
Yeah.
Japan.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
we got a viewer from Brazil. Just so you guys
That
know.
could be a Japanese Brazilian.
It could be.
There's a lot of
Oh my
Japanese people in
God.
Brazil. Point that out.
How did someone from Brazil find it?
I have no idea.
Like,
I have no idea.
what?
Well, we have a German one too, right?
Yeah,
And
one from Germany.
I asked a friend of mine because I know they have German friends. I was like, "Did you send this to any of your friends?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "This random like," because even if you try to look up the podcast on like Spotify, it's like it's you almost have to get the exact full thing in there
Yeah.
before it gets.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how did they find this? Like,
Yeah, no
come on.
kidding.
It could be like for some sites you can filter by category, so they want to
Oh,
find
yeah,
something
that's
for
true.
anime and manga. And
Yeah.
they for some
Did you
reason
tag
scroll down to
ours
us.
right?
I did
Wow.
tag ours right. Yes,
Oh, very
I worked
nice.
hard.
Dang, look at us,
10 out of 10.
official.
Yeah.
All right. Any more comments on Fena Pirate Princess? The 2 episodes we watched.
I want to say that Yukimaru is growing on me a little bit.
I
Really
agree.
wasn't a big
I like
fan of
him.
him in
I
the
really
first
like him.
episodes. Where I'm
I
like,
really like
now
him.
it's kind okay.
He kind of showed
I've
some
always liked
personality
him.
Yeah.
when we went through him not going to the city again, and he
Yes,
was sad.
exactly.
And that was like he was like, oh,
I was like, you feel like a person and not just an angsty boy, okay?
He's grown up.
Yeah. Well, he was acting like a child,
he
but
made a
it
lot of
was funny.
progress in his last one episode.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, what's his name? Shitan and all of his sexy.
He's like, well, in that
sexiness.
case.
I don't know how I feel about him. Every time I see his name, I just like shit and I know that's not how you say it, but I can't unsee the word shit.
It is right there. to
I
be
know.
How about shiitake mushroom? You know,
I'm just butchering all words.
bullshit.
fair. Just literally just say shit now.
You should like how
Mr.
there's like all
Shit.
different ways to have shit in a sentence. Like there's bullshit, there's like horse shit,
Cow shit.
full of shit,
Chicken shit.
chicken shit,
Taking a shit.
and they all mean different things.
Mhm.
Wow,
ah.
different animals have different effects on shit.
Oh boy.
All right.
wonder if-
Write your thesis on
Psychopaths.
this.
Psychopaths.
Psychopaths, episode 3.
Do you kind of
Candace,
yeah, vibes.
Why don't you try to give us your from memory? What do you remember? What happened in this episode? I wanna...
Oh god.
It's a fever dream.
They went to some like factory thing and they
Yeah.
couldn't use the psychopath thingy, so the guns were useless. And then some dude was getting bullied at lunch. Then he went psycho with some robots.
Honestly,
that's
yeah,
that's
that's
honestly
what
that's
happened.
pretty much that's pretty solid. Yeah, I it's weird because I haven't seen Psychopaths in a really long time, but like the very first scene of this one, like when they first start get into that like factory, I'm like, oh, it's this episode.
same.
I
It
was like,
brought
I
it back.
I remember this one
Yeah.
very, very well for some reason.
I did not
It's too
remember.
late.
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shocking.
I don't know why.
So, do you still have the same feelings for Mr. Robot
I
Hand?
still want to know.
Which is just
He didn't
I
have
think
name.
He
the
did have
feelings
a
will
lot
be
of-
the same until he gets backstory.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Seriously,
see
like hello.
because
I need to know. You can't
Yeah,
just
'cause
have
they're
a
still kinda
robot
fleshing
hand
out
and
the
not
main-
explain it.
they're still fleshing out main characters a lot in these first few episodes, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of work to be done.
It
Yeah, we get
definitely
to see,
seems like
another
slow
side of
going.
Kogami.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a futuristic sci-fi thriller, right? So like, there's a bit of a burn that needs to happen for it to be effective.
But it
Like,
does pay off.
Imagine if the first episode they were like, by the way, he has a robot hand because, like, you know what I mean? Like,
There's a narrator explaining
It's like,
that.
yeah.
I would have appreciated that because then I wouldn't be wondering. I need to know. Are we finding anything on our backstory, Jordan?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just trying to see if I'm just trying to see if it shows it in the show. I don't remember.
I need to know.
We get some backstory on him for sure, and that's coming up soon.
Oh,
they already
good
started
news.
talking about it, right?
Yeah.
This episode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that was when
She
wasn't
was
it like
asking
she
the
asked
guy.
she asked about their history,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like, "You
yeah.
probably shouldn't ask about that." And you're like, "Ooh,
Foreshadowing.
Exactly.
That went
as
right
opposed
over
to
my
Ouran
head.
foreshadowing, where it's just an arrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like,
an arrow.
literally.
I would have
Where's the
appreciated
arrow?
an arrow.
Imagine if they did that in a serious anime. It's like a pet just like
Psychopaths.
blinked at the robot hand, like bing,
Yeah.
bing.
And it just blinks
It's
until
just a
there's an
trope.
episode with the backstory.
I don't
The
know if they
entire
do
time
his
it just
hand.
blinks.
Yeah, I don't think the hand is that
I don't
important,
know
but I
if
think
they
it's just kind of
do.
there.
I just you find out
I'd
his
like to
backstory, like
know.
why he's there and whatever, but
Candace
I don't know.
Candace is gonna start like
A petition.
criticizing animes
Tell
for
me
like
what his
not
hand is
not
about.
having every design choice needs to have a purpose, or else I will be angry. I don't know.
Sorry, I was reading the chat.
No, it's all good.
My brain turned off.
We're
Cry.
We're down.
Now that we've seen 3 episodes of it, though, are you starting to like feel the vibes of Psychopaths?
I don't know. I'm just kind of confused a lot still.
I
Kinda.
think like this episode was still kind of just like
Like, I feel like not a whole
Like a
lot's going
weekly
on. It's
happening.
not grabbing my attention.
yeah.
I'm not super into it yet.
I mean, we could just watch Ouran.
I'm,
Mm.
I'm
Just
not
saying.
opposed.
Good.
I'm not
We
opposed.
could.
We could revisit Psychopaths when you're more mature into the anime, you know?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Have
Yeah.
developed some taste.
Yeah,
It's
develop
like,
my
that'll be like
palate.
that's like when we
Yeah.
take the trainer wheels off, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devilman Crybaby. Let's go.
Yeah, I feel
Ping
like
pong
right now,
anime.
bike-wise, you just like toss me on a BMX down a fucking like dirt road. It's like, go ahead.
Have fun.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
still
what's happening.
think we should watch a soccer anime. Just
Wait,
why?
wait. Candace likes soccer.
I
We found
do like
something that
soccer.
Jordan doesn't want to watch.
Wait.
I watched Giant Killing and I liked it.
No, but have you seen? Because there's one anime. I don't know why, but like it's an older one, but it's called The Hungry Heart Wild Striker.
No.
What?
This was when I was okay. So its anime run was like 2002, I think, 2003 ish. So it's older, but like I don't know what it was. But I was in a kick in first year university where
You watched every
I
soccer anime
watched every
possible.
soccer. No, I did. I watched everyone except for Inazuma 11.
Because
whatever
it's just
it
too
was.
long, or what?
Well, there's the really like little kid ones basically,
yeah.
right? Like I didn't watch Captain Tsubasa either because
Too mature
Um,
for that.
I'm too mature for Captain Tsubasa. Instead, I gotta watch Hungry Heart Wild Striker. It's actually a good show. It was pretty funny, and it's not that. It's only 52 episodes. Like, not that we'd watch the whole thing, but like it's like 2 seasons.
If we're gonna watch a soccer anime, it should be Giant Killing.
Yeah,
Giant
We
it is.
just finished rewatching it, basically.
I have 2 episodes left.
He sounds more than willing to
I'm
restart.
up for I'm up for watching
Actually, yeah,
it again.
I bet
honestly.
Stephen would. Yeah.
It's a good. I mean,
Does it
it's
come back to your
actually
top 5?
Giant Killing?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Do you know we should?
I think it's just because it's specifically soccer, and like the way that it's made is like
They have
it's
actual
less childish.
English
It's
voice
less childish,
actors
right?
For the
Yeah.
Like
English
a lot
characters.
of sports animes are like mystical, where it's like Giant Killing. It's like I actually understand why the things are being done the way they're being done because it's like okay, yeah, like this is realistic.
Those are
to
my
an
favorite
extent.
types of sports anime.
What
were you
it's
saying?
realistic but still fun.
What were you gonna say, Jordan? Oh no, did you lose it?
Uh-oh. I think we should.
Oh no! I said. Giant Killing actually has English voice actors for the English characters.
Dutch voice actors.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
French voice actors.
yeah.
Oh, that's
like
so
five
good. They didn't just put a
different
Japanese dude that can speak like kind of
barely.
English.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
no,
I'm
it's
from
actually-
America. You're like,
It's actually so good. They have like straight up. They have a straight up Dutch character. They have multiple Dutch characters.
Yeah.
Who speak Dutch, and then there's a Japanese. So there's Dutch voice and then a Japanese overdub with the sub over there. Like this is insane. Like
Wait,
the
what?
levels of this show. So what happens in this show is like there are characters who are from other countries.
Yeah.
So like there's one character, for example, who is from the Netherlands,
Oh.
and in the show he speaks Dutch with Japanese subtitles.
Oh.
But
Which is
because it's
insane.
all but like they dub over the like you can hear him speak the Dutch, but then you can hear also Japanese dub over it. But then there's also English subtitles. So It's
Whoa.
Dutch spoken, and then Japanese spoken over it with Japanese subtitles, which are native to the show, with then English subtitles that are put on by the person who subbed it in English. It's so funny, but it's so good.
That is a
And
lot.
the voice acting's actually pretty solid. And then like the really bad English voice acting for English, like the people who are speaking English, like in the show, is usually like someone who is of Japanese nationality trying to speak English with a Dutch person, and it's like they're just really bad at communicating with each other. But it makes sense because they're actually from different countries.
The realism
Nice.
is too good.
It's so good.
It was.
It's so
It
good.
was
The
good.
immersion.
That's some dedication. I appreciate that.
Hence why I've watched 22 episodes in the last day and a half.
How many times have you watched it? Before we wrap it up.
I've watched it, I think, just 3 times.
Okay, that's not too bad. Not too
This
bad.
is my 4th.
Solid.
I don't usually rewatch anime
Nice,
as much
nice.
as I should, just because
Should.
Oh, should.
yeah, I can't read subs while cooking.
I rewatch a lot of stuff. Like, if it's things that I rewatch over and over again, I'll watch the dub when I rewatch, so I can do other
That's
stuff, you
interesting.
know? Unless the dub's really bad. Then...
Ghost Stories.
I haven't watched
Really,
Ghost
that's the
Stories!
We need to
We
do
need
that.
to!
That's our Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, it's not too far away. Couple months.
Ghost Stories and at least one Helsing abridged.
Yes.
Oh, we should just binge through Helsing Bridge with Candace.
Yeah, each one's only what, like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard
There's
you
not that
guys
many
talk
either.
about that show so much, like through high school, and
That's
I still
true.
don't know what it is.
It's like
you'll
a
find out soon.
fan made version of an anime. So like someone dubbing
I
over
think-
an anime.
I think you showed me one a bit,
I
like a video
definitely
of
would
one.
have.
Yeah, she probably
I
forced
probably
you to show
did.
them.
Yeah.
Isn't there like some tall dude and then like a
In a red jacket.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you
the one.
definitely showed me a
the one.
video because you were laughing at it or something, and I was just like, "What's
Probably.
happening?" I tried to appreciate it.
I'm not
Well,
surprised.
maybe you'll be able to appreciate it even more now.
Oh.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yes,
now that
of
you're in the
course.
culture.
Oh yes.
Dipped your toes in the
Yeah.
culture.
Okay, let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
I think Candace needs to head out. So, thanks again for listening to 3D Gens in a Normie, where every episode is a filler episode.
Wow. what a
Hey,
great
Hey.
A plus
scripted
outro.
every time. It's okay.
Honestly, I don't even know how you thought of that. Just
like right off the top of your head.
Oh
yeah,
wow,
I
yeah.
like
I'm a.
that.
You get some people call me a genius.
I really like that.
You genius.
Specifically that, unfortunately.